throughout history, there have always been people who've been in fear, living small lives. When they see somebody living a big life, not being in fear, they try to pull you down. And now with COVID, they have a justification for it. You're being unsafe because you made a commitment to go see your mom in Ireland. You're not being safe because you brought your kids to a football game in Texas. You went to a concert with your kids in LA, those kinds of things. And so here's the thing I want to say. I'm respectful of people. I'm respectful of wishes. I don't get involved in politics. It's too small. But I will say this, I have no time for people who want to bring me down because they're fearful, they're scared, and they're not going outside. What I want to do is champion people who want to get outside, who want to get back to living a good life, who want to get back and travel, who want to see people and see the world, who want to achieve great things. That's what I'm after. And I'll lead the fearful people to live fearful lives. They'll always be with you. And they'll always be with us. There'll always be people who are fearful, scared, and small. And it's okay. That's how you get to choose your life. That's what the freedom of life is. It's just not my life. It's also not my audience. Now, if you've been drifting into that comfortable stuff and it's time to get out of it, great. Then my second major point's for you. It's time to reflect. It's time to reflect. I have a couple of quick questions for you. What good habits did you pick up in the last 12 months? So there's some good things from the recent circumstances. What good habits, and I want you to make a list of your good habits, something you picked up in the last 12 months. And I'm going to share in a couple days with you my best habits. And I'm going to do a little bonus episode for you, kind of my best habits, what's working well for me. I'll also share some of the things I've drifted into. And that's my second thing. Where have you drifted in the last 12 months? And then what are the one or two habits you need to introduce to your life to have a great year, So those are a couple of things. So first of all, what good habits did you pick up in the last 12 months? A habit is a pattern of behavior acquired by frequent repetition. So what's a good habit you picked up in the last 12 months? Something you started doing and you've started doing frequently. And I want you to think about this because you put this away and you put this in your mindset and your psyche. Like, yeah, that's right. I do that. And give yourself a little pat on the back and also reinforce, yeah, I'm doing this and it's a good thing to do. The more difficult one is where have you drifted in the last 12 months? Now, sometimes it's hard to reflect upon those things ourselves. And so this is where I'll just tell you what I did, which is I sat down with my bride. We went out to a really nice place for dinner. We had a really nice time. And then I said to her, I'm doing a little work for the new year. Where have you seen me drift in the last 12 months where I'm not quite on it the way I was on it? And, of course, she's always respectful and doesn't want to hurt my feelings or whatever else. But I said, no, look, I want this. And she shared a couple of things. A couple of them were, yeah, I had that on my list. And then one of them was like, oh, really? Geez. So sometimes we need a little bit of that, and you need a little bit of intestinal fortitude to go ask the ones you love that maybe, you're open to grow. You want to change. You want to be your best. And you're open to it. And hopefully the person has enough skill to be able to communicate it without hitting you over the head with a sledgehammer.